Before I get started with this story, let me give a shout out to Dark Visitor for tagging me or sending me this story coming from The Guardian that was posted on August 23rd, 2021. I'm mad that we just now getting this story, but they try to keep this under wraps. If you don't know who this piece of shit is that you see in the picture before you, this is John Mattingly. He was one of the people that was involved with the murder, and I'm going to keep calling it that, of Breonna Taylor last year. And the last time we talked about this creep was when he was talking about publishing a book. Well, it looks like that's not going to happen, at least not under this publisher, because the book deal that he did get, it says that he pulled out of that deal. Now, I don't know if he voluntarily pulled out of the deal or if they made him get out of the deal, but we'll see. One of the terrorists involved in the shooting of Breonna Taylor has pulled out of his book deal with a conservative press 4 months after Simon & Schuster refused to distribute the title. So that's the second publishing or book distribution that he's lost. He might as well just hang it up at this point. John Mattingly is one of the Louisville, Kentucky terrorists who shot Taylor in the raid in her home in March 2020 and was shot in the leg by Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker. A grand jury brought no charges against Louisville police last September for the killing, all thanks to that goddamn Oreo, what's his face? I forget his name. The one that looked like he slobbers. Mattingly signed a book deal in April with small conservative publisher Post Hill Press to release The Fight for Truth, the inside story behind the Breonna Taylor tragedy. Post Hill is distributed by Simon & Schuster, and after widespread criticism, the publishing giant announced that it would not be distributing Mattingly's book. Company president Jonathan Karp later said the decision was responsive to the concerns we heard from you and our authors. Basically, people got in their ass and was like, look, if you distribute this guy's book, we're pulling out investments where customers are going to pull away from you and you're going to lose money. So you have a decision to make. And I think that's basically what it boiled down to. You put pressure, and apply enough pressure, they'll learn. So I think that's what it all boiled down to at the end of the day. Now, Mattingly has said that he will no longer publish the title with Post Hill, writing in a blog post for conservative site American Thinker. Notice all of these places that he's going to. He's going to all these conservative, right-leaning publishing companies. And even they don't want to deal with him. But he keeps going to other places like these blog posts. Like, this lets you know the mindset of this guy right here. He says, I know I must do whatever I can to make sure the true story is told. Well, here's the thing. We don't believe your story, John Mattingly. No one does. And if the other two decide to want to say something, we won't believe them either. Earlier this year, my friends at Post Hill Press courageously agreed to publish my book, giving an account of what really happened that night. But before we could even begin, the distributor publicly declared their refusal to distribute my book without even reading the manuscript, wrote Mattingly in a post first reported by the Louisville Courier-Journal. Mattingly accused the media, celebrity sports figures, attorneys, and politicians of spreading blatant lies about the situation without any accountability. In other words, I hate that you are making me take accountability, and I wish you would stop lying on me and really put the blame where it should be, and that's on Breonna Taylor. Adding that while he was grateful to my friends at Post Hill, I have decided it's best that I explore other publishing options for my book. I don't think he has that many options. Post Hill Press publisher Anthony Zaccardi told the Wall Street Journal that after the press had informed Mattingly that it couldn't distribute the book without Simon & Schuster, he thought it was best to find another publisher who will fully distribute the book, and we wish him the best success. Mattingly compared himself to the U.S. Senator Josh Hawley, whose book was dropped by Simon & Schuster after his role in the Capitol riots, saying he was not the first person to be canceled by the publishing industry for going against the quote-unquote woke narrative. First off, what's so woke about people who went and rioted at the Capitol on January 6th? I swear, Palm Color throws that word woke around, but like Harvey has said in his videos, that's a terminology that black people came up with for a certain terminology. Palm Color got a hold of it, bastardized it, and now everybody's saying it and they're bastardizing it too. But they tend to do that a lot. They tend to do that almost all the time. Hawley subsequently found a new home for his title with the conservative press Regenery. Whether you're a United States senator or a cop from Louisville, the left doesn't want your story to be told if you stand in its way, wrote Mattingly. That just let me even further know how he leans more, politically. And one thing I get tired of hearing too is when people start saying the right and the left, the right and the left. The point of the matter is, if you are a piece of shit, it does not matter what political leanings you have. You're just a piece of shit at the end of the day. And you don't have to be left leaning or right leaning, conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican to have that title. It's a pretty neutral title to have. You can be a damn independent and still be a piece of shit. But they like to throw that in there because because it's the thing of they're better than this, or this side is better than that side. He did not reveal whether a new publisher has picked up his book or not. That's because they probably hasn't been one that picked it up yet, and I hope not one good goddamn one does. Let that shit just sit and collect dust. To be honest, I think if he even put that out there, I don't think many people would even read it. Because they know what kind of attention the media gave to the Breonna Taylor situation last year, and no one's really inclined to believe anything that he has to say anyway. Let's remind you again, this is the guy that got shot in the leg by Kenneth Walker, and Kenneth Walker was the one that got arrested after he and his partners in crime raided their home in the middle of the night while they were sleeping. But he wants us to feel bad or whatever because, they're not distributing his book. I don't feel a damn thing. And I hope, like I said, that he keeps getting shut down by every other outlet that is put out there into the world. I hope it really boils down to that. I really do. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments.